recall waking up actually closer to 11:30 in the morning. And this was after I went to bed last night and got up at 2:45 in the morning. I'm currently on track to be on a good sleep schedule and to wake up at 6 in the morning for us to get to the Cornhill Arts Festival somewhere between 7 and 7:30 in the morning. And prepare for it. Basically set up my tent/booth. I got an email this morning from an organizer of either the Emerging Artists Expo or just the Cornhill Arts Festival in general, telling me that I'll be at booth 10. And they'll be providing receipt books, which just means we'll have some bonus receipt books on top of what Mom got the other day. Those extra receipt books will be part of a package of supplies, a bag, that I'll pick up when we get to the Cornhill Arts Festival. I spent a significant amount of time today working on the latest styrofoam drawing. I have everything done currently at 10:40 p.m. Everything done except for the beach landscape that's going to be on the polo t-shirt. The last thing I did before starting this video was to draw that thin line across the polo shirt that's near the very bottom of the shirt, which is just above the belt, for which I did a sort of leaf pattern, green for the background, and then for the lines of the leaves themselves, I did an ultrafine dark green Sharpie marker. At this point, relatively early on, I don't know if it was before I went to bed last night or not, but I think this was around the time I got up for today, between 11 and 11:30 in the morning. I've got the latest stable build of Wrapper Offline working, but the designer Dave Texas speech voice still doesn't work. Though now when I try to add text to speech, it now just loads forever. So something has changed. It's a voice by VoiceForge, so perhaps the Discord community will soon figure out a fix for it. Either way, I'm currently busy with things for the expo. Most likely, I'm going to use a $35 to $40 range as an anchor to determine on the spot what the price is for the different styrofoam drawings should be. It's $35 to $40 range, depending on the amount of detail. For the three most common shapes and sizes for the rectangular styrofoam drawings, which is the most common shape for these drawings nowadays. The three most common sizes are the 4x12 by 2s, the 4x12s by 1s, and then lastly the 6x12s by 1s. I've made some enjoyable drawings out of all three of those shapes. It was around 6:30 p.m. when Mom made some pasta with some Amore sauce. It's that orange sauce I used the other day on that three cheese tortellini. Only she used a whole lot more sauce than I did. To the point where I ended the meal having entire forkfuls of just the sauce. You prepare pasta. If it's store-bought, generally in the same way. You bring some water to a boil. have the pasta be in that boiling water, stirring occasionally. And then after that set amount of time, you drain the water, generally into the sink. Around the time Mom ate the pasta, I noticed we were pretty much out of milk. With just a little bit left in that gallon container. So I walked to the corner store in order to get a new gallon of whole milk, from which I'm having a glass myself. It was around 4 p.m. as I was working on that styrofoam drawing. Yeah, that Dad came over first to bring over some styrofoam drawings that he found at his apartment unit. Of which a few were sellable, at least for the first day of the expo. That being said, the styrofoam drawing I've worked on today, if I don't finish it in time for the first day of the Emerging Artists Expo, I should be able to finish it in time for the second day. Dad brought over some clothes. He had put them into that cooler styrofoam. I took those clothes out. And then they put some thin fabric that could be used as a tablecloth for that fold-out table. Excuse me, that I'll be both selling styrofoam drawings and working on styrofoam drawings. I'm also washed off some foldable patio chairs that both me and my parents will be sitting on. Dad mostly came over around 4 p.m. so that we could load up the shelving units and other things I'll need for the Emerging Arts Expo, such as such as a whiteboard with dry erase markers for that whiteboard. Most likely I'm going to write the prices and we'll do commissions on there. Most of the stuff was loaded into Mom's car since it's more like a van than Dad's car. Dad's car will be for loading up the bins, which the 3 bins which contain all of these styrofoam drawings that we'll be selling. This is the uncurated bacon and cheddar cheese flavor of Egg Bites from Wegmans. Right before Dad came over, he went shopping for us to get some tape for the individual bins that'll be placed on the shelving units themselves. Those 3 bins that currently hold all the styrofoam drawings up for sale right now, they're too big to put on the shelving units. But luckily, those extra individual bins Mom got from Amazon the other day, they're clear and different from the first set of bins because a second set of those bins wouldn't ship to us in time. That second set of this type different clear plastic bins they arrived today. We've got all of those individual bins packed in Mom's car along with other stuff. There's a little crack on the lid of that cooler styrofoam that's up for sale. The other cooler styrofoam is currently in my room, but I don't think that'll be up for sale. I'm planning on going to bed soon so I can get up in time for the first day of the Emerging Artist Expo tomorrow. If I remember correctly, the kind of tape Dad got us, it wasn't masking tape, but it's something called paper tape. The tape itself is kind of light brownish in color and can stick to the individual bins on its own. This is in order to label the bins, and most likely these labels will be pretty general in nature. There'll be bins for ordinary people, That's most of the original polystyrene art. And then there's going to be bins for fictional characters, which is where the parody polystyrene art comes into play for the most part. Then I think there'll be a bin or two for those little square thin square shaped styrofoam drawings. And then I think for the rest, there's a few landscapes. The majority of those are big enough that they don't need a bin. And then as for the rest, they probably don't need a bin. Such as those big cube styrofoam drawings. There's currently only one ball-shaped styrofoam drawing and currently only one cup-shaped styrofoam drawing. Not really enough for their own bin, and there aren't enough landscape polystyrene drawings for them to have their own bin.